What's up, Crossgates? This is Cam. I'm coming to you from my office just with a little update about what it's looked like to be in youth ministry during the month of August. So we started off on August 5th with the backpack drive-through blessing or back to school celebration, where our youth, children, and educators throughout the church got to drive through the same parade route that we took for Blessing Sunday when we got to celebrate the graduated seniors and confirmands. But they got to drive through and go to multiple stations. The first station was Pass on a Blessing. It was such a cool idea. That Sherry brainstormed. They got to select from multiple blessings, and they got to pick one to give to the car behind them. So they got to pass on a blessing. They got to drive around, and for our youth, they got to pick up their worship journals for the month of August leading into September. And then finally, everyone got to stop and receive a blessing from Pastor Trey and a cute little backpack tag. I have one on my backpack that says, "You are loved." And each one was vibrant, and there were multiple colors to choose from. Thank you, Sherry Blankenship, for all of your hard work and awesome ideas and coordinating that you did with the drive-through backpack blessing. It was amazing. It was great to see everyone face to face. You rock. For our youth, we have been meeting virtually for the past few weeks, and last night we got to do a hybrid system to where our students got to choose whether or not they met in person or online through Zoom, and we had students choose both. The hybrid system's not unique to Crossgates. As many of you know, our students are currently experiencing it in the school system. For the first 2 weeks of school, they flip-flop between online and in-person, and hopefully, starting Monday, they'll be full-time in-person or online, depending on what they and their families have chosen. But we will continue the hybrid system here at Crossgates to where students can attend and participate whichever way they feel most comfortable. I've gone ahead and let parents know we will likely be flipping between fully virtual and the hybrid system in the future. We don't know what the future holds, but we are committed to doing no harm and getting together as a youth group in the safest means possible. But it was wonderful to be able to gather face to face again. And the worship journal that I just shared with you, every single one of our youth has one, and we're diving into foundations of faith. What is worship? And week one, we looked at a brief overview of what worship is, how we're called to worship God with our lives, day in and day out. Week two, we looked at worship being more than just singing. Oftentimes we think of worship as something that we do on a Sunday or a Wednesday night when we're singing with a praise band or choir, but worship goes beyond that. It is something that we do with our lives. We're called to worship in spirit and in truth, day in and day out, with everything. As Bill Barnett said this past Sunday, with our gifts, our talents, our service, our witness, and that's exactly what we talked about last night in the context of giving. And I feel it's so important that we talk about this as a youth group because we're leading into Consecration Sunday. And it's important that our youth are giving as a means of worship. We all have something to give. For our youth, it's a little more difficult to talk about giving because our youth many don't have jobs. But the truth is we all have something to give. Like I just mentioned, gifts, talent, service, witness. God has blessed us with everything that we have, and everything that we have is God's. And we are called to bless others with those blessings, and we're called to give. We talked about what a tithe means, or a tenth, and we talked about the many ways beyond just financially. We split into small groups last night after having a little fun in the sanctuary, and I have a couple of videos that I'm going to put on in just a moment. But what I want to do is walk you through what it looked like to be a youth last night. Woo, it's windy today. I hope everybody's staying safe and dry during this crazy weather. But when our youth got dropped off, they walked through the main entrance that we had propped open, and they came to a check-in station right here. And everyone grabbed a mask. We took temperature and gave them Germ-X. And then they came into the sanctuary, so we were able to space out. What I love about our sanctuary is it is the perfect place to social distance, but still be able to come together as a group. They sat throughout the pews, and our leaders hopped around and got to catch up and talk with everyone. We have the best youth leadership team. Shout out to them for all the great things and the differences that they're making in our students' lives. But we played a game in the sanctuary, and it's called the Fruit Roll-Up Challenge. And I don't know if you've ever had a fruit roll-up, but it is this candy, and it's literally a foot long. So these are fruit roll-ups. If you go to Walmart and look for them, you won't find any because we ate all of them last night. I have a video of it. What we did was each small group was able to come up. We spaced out, and they had to stick the fruit roll-up in their mouth, and without using their hands, which you'll see a few use their hands, they cheated. But without using their hands, they have to eat the fruit roll-up, and the first one to finish the fruit roll-up wins for their team. Now, the video that I'm about to show is of the winners of each small group. So guys and girls all competed against one another. And the winner of that round won an ice cream party for their small group next time we gather. Congratulations to Lindley, who was our winner, and the high school girls small group. And we did a second round with our youth leadership team, and Carter Thompson won that one for the middle school boys. So the middle school boys and the high school girls each individually get ice cream parties next Sunday. But after we played the game, we spaced out throughout the church. We had groups in the CAC, the youth building, all over in the Welcome Center, to meet in small groups, to spend time with one another. As many of you know, our youth groups motto is to connect, grow, and serve, and that's what we strive to do every time we meet as a youth ministry. But we dove into giving. What does it mean to give as a means of worship? What can we give? We all have something to give, and that everything that we are blessed with was given to us by God, and we have a chance to go bless others with the blessings we've received. So we had a lot of fun last night. It was wonderful to be back face to face and in person. Church, I hope you're having a blessed day. Stay dry, and peace. I hope you enjoyed the video, and this is a great time to say thank you to all of our families for showing continued grace and patience as we as a church continue to learn how to navigate a pandemic. Y'all, we are in this together. We as a church, I'm excited that we're meeting face to face, and we may switch between virtual and in-person again. We don't know what the future holds, but we're all committed to doing no harm, and we're in this together as we connect, grow, and serve with one another as a congregation, as a youth group, children's ministry, you name it. I'm grateful for you. We love you. Peace.